What is good, YouTube? It's been a while since I've made a video. I think I still have one more from last week, last Friday, that I have to post that I just forgot about because I've been so busy this week. I'm really sorry about that, but do I have a lot of updates for y'all? I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna put it all in this video because I've had, to say the least, a crazy week. And it's going to be really hard to show it except via account balance just because it's so difficult for me to get content when I'm trading at work. But let's go over how we did today, and then all the updates will kind of come as we go along. So here is my Take Profit Pro account, and for the people who are saying I'm lying, hello, boom. Take Profit Pro. There's the account numbers. Do that with how you will. I just I don't ever, I'm not trying to hide my account numbers. It's just like one of those things where I just happen to have my camera here in case I have a short that I want to clip. But the trade that I took today, basically two contracts, a very high conviction play. What happened? So right here we were stuck between two range. Oh, wrong button. Two ranges. So you can see right here. Oh my damn, market's pumping. This is the level that we're pretty much stuck at. Again, I post these levels every day in my public Discord. First link in the description box down below. But this daily support level has been holding it down all week, yesterday, whatever, right? So what were we doing? This was actually the last trade that I took for the day. We're gonna go backwards today. Basically, we failed to break out of the orb right here. So 15-minute highs of the market open is right here. Broke through it. I wasn't even paying attention to the orb, I'm not gonna lie. And then I saw this massive candle down to close back below the overnight lows. We had two candles chop here, and then a third candle just smack down. This massive candle, right? This is a almost 40-point candle in a minute. So when we did this, I was like, okay, we have momentum. We just broke through. I can expect if we form a top wick on the next candle to flush down for 10 points. Again, I'm only going for 10 points on these accounts just because I'm just trying to build that buffer. And once I get to that buffer and I no longer have trailing drawdown, I can go for the crazy plays, right? Um, but for now, I'm just trying to scalp. Otherwise, I probably would have been in this long right here as we broke back above the range. Um, but yeah. And you can see that's the same trade that I took right here. Broke down below, came up, top wick as we reflipped, boom, took my 10 pointers. No minimum trade time. You can see I was in and out 4 seconds. Call it a day. All right. Um, super clean, zero drawdown. It's about as good as this trade I can ask for in these market conditions, right? That's it for take profit. So I'll go ahead and switch to my TickTicks. Alright, these are my TickTick accounts. These are the same accounts that I've had since pretty much the beginning of January. And the newest one is this one on the bottom, the 100K, which you can see is at threshold for a payout. So I'll be requesting that at the end of the day when the dashboard updates the consistency. Super lit. Actually was a little more difficult on this one today. As you can see here, 5 trades, 3 wins, 2 losses, and oh my god, you can actually see right here, I was actually trying to play the range. I knew we were pretty much at the top of the range here, and after we bounced, this is a really big bounce off that support level, right? I was like, okay, we might be ranging, took a sell at the middle of the range, that way, if if we were to tap the top of the range and we start seeing signs of rejection, we can actually hold through that, and as long as we come back down, we'll be good, right? Here I kind of got spooked out because I sold here and it came, oh my god, we're pumping. Came up and I was a little nervous, but then we started to come back down because I was waiting for a closure really. And then as we closed back down below, I was like, okay, I can hold through the next one. And then as it came down, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get out in case we decide to break out of the range. And of course, it then fills full TP on the next candle. So thinking we might test the bottom of the range again, I took another sell. this one where it's pretty much at the bottom of the range, thinking we would just, you know, flush it real quick and then bounce back up. Took another entry at the top of pretty much right where we took our same top entry. This time we didn't have to live through a wick. And as we came back down, you can see here, plus, you know, 5 points. Now I was like, okay, surely third time is the charm, right? And this time, instead of just taking it on candle open, when I opened it with the top wick, I took it on the reflip of the candle. We tapped it, came up a little bit, wiggled, and then we can see we got out in 11 seconds for the last 10 points. This is only on one contract. Didn't want to, I sized down just because I didn't really need the biggest trade, you know. So yeah, that is it. Oh, that is it for TickTicks. Let me switch over to the Tradify where the juice is. Alright, so here's my Tradify. Took 3 trades here. These all happened before the before it started ranging, and I really thought we were just gonna have another day where we just dumped down to like 20,000, right? Got in on a short right here for around 12 points. You know, and this was after I was done trading my bull. I was literally just taking trade after trade after trade after trade. Which I need to slow down. I recognize that's pretty bad. And I just need to chill out sometimes. But today I just really thought I was onto something, and some of the trades could have been really bad. But um, took this one, boom, instantly, and then as we close doji, I think, okay, next candle will pop up, top wick, continue down, right? So we came up immediately. It took a sell, and then it started going higher, and I was like, oh, that's not good. And then it whoop swooped down, and I was like, oh, that's not good. And then it came down, and I was like, all right, I'm not fucking with that. But basically, it was really sketchy because at this point we were pretty much playing at right at my daily support level, right? I was thinking maybe we wait for it to break the level before I take the another short. Um, and impatience kind of got to me, and it definitely could have burned me today. Um, I think this one, it like opened up here, came down, I took a short, popped up, and then wicked down and came up. But all of these were pretty much, I was pretty much assuming that we were going to test the support a lot, right? Yesterday, in my opinion, yesterday's open was super, super choppy too. So if we were going to chop, I just needed to make sure that I could hold through enough drawdown for it to hit my TPs, right? It helps that I go for super small TPs like 10, 12, 15 points as typically you guys see is my, you know, what I consider my base hit, and after that I don't really need to shoot for anymore. So that's kind of been how I've traded a lot these past few weeks, and you can see right here, locked in another 1.5k payout with Tradify, locked in 2 more 2.5k payouts with Tradify. So I'm not trading these accounts until next week on Tuesday after I request. But that'll be a $6,500 payout plus the 2,000 from TickTick, and then I also have 900 on its way from Top Step. I requested it, they took the balance out of the account, and then I blew it, so hopefully I still get it. I've been assured that I will still get that payout, but yeah, we'll see. I'm just going to keep Top Step on the back burner right now because I'd really rather focus on a TakeProfit Trader. But I first want to prove to myself that I can't get a payout with TakeProfit Trader, so I'm doing one account, and then as I get payouts, I'll add to those accounts, and it helps that we have a really good sale right now. 30% off, no activation fee, which if you're a high pass rate trader, which I can be if I just take my sweet time, it works, you know? So that's what I've been doing. And let me pull up my last trade of the day. Actually, I think it's right, no, not right here. Just give me 1 second. So yeah, here's my Bullinox master accounts. These are actually accounts that I traded before, or the first accounts that I traded for the day. And I actually I took a trade pre-market. I can actually show that on here, but you can see about 600 per day and 800, and there's a little bit of slip, and I'll explain what happened. So this is what a strategy that I've been noticing works out a lot pre-market, right? I have an indicator called Ekitai, which marks out these candles if they are considered volume candles, where like potentially you could have either really strong buying pressure or traps, right? So I noticed pre-market we had one right here and we pretty much closed below it. And whenever I see this, I immediately look for, so what I'll do, I'll put a rectangle around the whole candle, right? We engulfed it right here, and what I'm looking for next is to retap into the zone of this candle, right? Retapped it into here. I think I got in a pretty bad entry, probably around here at 340, or yeah. So hit through about 16 points, 20 points of drawdown, and I was like, man, this is a really bad entry. Like I should have waited for it to retap into the zone up here where, you know, my total drawdown is going to be 53 to like about 20 points, right? Versus 40. But I just held. I think old me probably would have DCA'd right here as we tap back into the zone. But I held it, and then as we started coming back, I got out for like 5 points in profit. And I was just like, damn, that sucks. So I just waited till market open. And once it did, I was like, yeah, okay, we're tapping daily support for sure. So as soon as I saw this opened up with a top wick, I was like, okay, sell. And I think I took the sell for about 40 points. Um, or yeah, 40 points. And so I got it to here, and I was like, bam, let's go. But you guys know me, I don't really let it hit my take profit that is set on the chart. I like to use flatten a lot or exit all. And so when I pressed exit, it cleared everything except 2 working orders. So those 2 working orders were sitting right here, and as price hit my TP, it entered me in a long, and I was like, are you kidding me right now? Because only 2 other counts, that's why they're down 200. And I figured out the only way to do that is to stop the trade copier and then run the trade copier, and that'll sync all your positions with the main account, right? And I was like, dude, that has got to be the absolute worst thing that could happen on a day like this where we are just dumping. Okay? I was a little tilted, I'm not gonna lie. A little tilted. Next candle opened up. I was just like, you know, fuck it. I'm going for that drawdown back. Like this is personal at this point. Boom! Next candle, I took a sell, it pops up, I'm like, this is it. This is where I blow these accounts on day 3. I didn't DCA because I figured the only way I blew that account is if it came up 100 points, which is pretty much right back to the top of this Ikitai candle. Given, I probably would have got it if we broke overnight lows. If we closed above overnight lows, I'd have been like, okay, yeah, I'm out. Minus, I cursed myself on the day, right? I went from being up to now I'm down. But it reflipped in my favor, and I caught at that point, I think it was, yeah, like another 15 points. Like boom, like this. Or I guess, yeah, like this, 15 points. And I was like, okay, one account's gonna have more profit than the others. That's perfectly fine. That's chill. And that's when I switched over to Tradify. Again, my trades literally came back to back to back to back to back today. Thinking we were just gonna continue our, you know, weekly trend of just dumping at market open. Um, and then quickly realizing it that we were chopping to slow my entries down and not get entered down here. Because if I had entered down here and DCA'd up here, I would have blew my account up here, right? On my TickTicks. So that's when I entered right here. Or I think it looks higher, like right here. I was like, okay, near the top of the range. If we wake up to the top, I could look for another sell. That's where you guys saw me take another sell, right? Once this candle closed above, I was like, yeah, I'm not really sure if that's whatever. So this is all about understanding price action, right? You don't just come down here, tap this at market open, in between a strong, you know, 2 strong levels and just go down, whoop, right? It happens. I'm not saying it can't happen, but it's rare. And if did happen today, I would have been cooked. So there is a little bit of luck. But yeah, great on every account for the day. I am not touching evals probably till next week. Part of me wants to start 5 days on TPT just so I can have accounts on deck, but I've been on a roll. I don't want to ruin what I have had going in the past month, really. Um, just sticking to what I know works, and that's so far just been momentum, the orb, and my levels. So once that doesn't work, we'll figure something out. But yeah, until then, I hope you guys did well today. I hope you guys have been trading well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will see you all next time. Peace!